Alright, what do we got? A smoke. Alright, I think I remember this. This set was recorded about 4 days ago, 5 days ago, or something like that. I took a break after this, and I didn't really have any other footage, so this is what I'm using. I have recorded another gameplay set since this, so I do have some footage to use now, but yeah. I wanted to use this one because this was actually a really interesting set against this smoke. I fought a couple smokes prior to this one, but pretty much every single one of them just spammed the living hell out of teleports, and I didn't know what the teleports were, so it was kind of like a mixed bag. Some I won because I got lucky on the blocks, and some I didn't because I didn't block anything. But this smoke was quite passive with his teleports. He wasn't just throwing them out, he was waiting for opportunities to use them, which was very smart on his part. I did recognize during the set that that is a low into an overhead. I'm fairly certain there's a gap in there somewhere where I can potentially do like a down one. I don't know if I can get a down one, but I might be able to get an armored reversal in that gap, I think. I'm fairly certain there's a gap there. But yeah, interesting smoke. Quite passive. Oh yeah, I've been messing around with my controller layout, and during this set you'll notice I do the overhead into nothing quite often. That's not because I'm just doing the overhead raw and not wanting to do the Motaro teleport. That's because I'm pressing block, because my new block button used to be my Kameo button. So yeah, I keep mucking up my overheads. It's kind of funny, but frustrating at the same time watching this back. A lot of execution errors. Yeah, that's mega punishable if I block it. Donk. Nice. I don't see a lot of people using the you know, the breaker. I don't really use it myself. I normally conserve my meter for combos so I can get into my non-axe stance, because I feel like that's where the strength of General Shao is. Punching people in the face. Get rid of the axe as quick as possible and then just start punching. Dunk. Because you can really snowball when you do this. Well, you can snowball when you hit confirm your laws. I didn't really practice my hit confirms prior to this set. I did practice them after it. Literally like the day after, and then I didn't play again for 4 days, so it was kind of a waste. I forgot all my hit confirms. But yeah, I think his unarmed stance is where General Shao's really good. That's not the optimal combo you can do there, by the way. It's what is it, jump 1-2 rather than just jump 2. But I kept dropping it, so I simplified a lot of my combos during this set, because I don't know why I was dropping them. It was just an execution error, I think, on my part. I did lab the combos because this was recorded prior to the most recent patch, where you know, player 1 had an advantage over player 2 because of some reason. I don't know what it was. Hitboxes, stronger gravity, something like that. But basically, player 1 could do certain combos that player 2 couldn't. And I was curious to see if the combos I was dropping because of that advantage or not. And it wasn't the advantage. It works on both sides regardless of whether you're player 1 or player 2, so it was just my sloppy execution. I like that kick, the forward 4. If I was playing Kung Lao, that could lead into a very cheeky, really hard to block low overhead mix-up, but you can't get that with Motaro, unfortunately. I do think overall Motaro is a good cameo for General Shao, but I think Kung Lao, on average, is probably going to be a better pick. I just feel like he's more well-rounded than what Motaro is. I just like the projectile reflect though. I really like it, but there's certain matchups where it really doesn't work. This matchup, for example, against Smoke, literally no use whatsoever for that projectile reflect. I guess I could reflect the Serena projectiles, but that's it. Smoke doesn't have a projectile, so it's completely useless. I would have been much better switching to Kung Lao in this set for the you know, the low projectile for mix-ups, and the other assist that you can use for combo extensions, you know, the spin one. Because Motaro doesn't have a combo extender assist other than the teleport, which only works off the overhead, so yeah, you don't really get the big juicy combos with Motaro, unfortunately. Except for the overhead, of course. Serena is pretty good for like combo extensions with General Shao. You know, you can do, you know, the combo you see literally everybody using online, you know, the 2-2 Serena assist, 2-2 Serena assist into a launcher. I'm actually kind of getting a little bit sick of Serena, honestly. Not wanting to complain, but, you know, so many people run Serena, and it's very, very obvious why. She's a very good cameo, very consistent. You know, if you want to play multiple characters and you don't want to learn multiple cameos, you just pick Serena. She works with everybody, but I am getting a bit sick to death of seeing it, honestly. I am trying a couple other characters myself. I want to give Frost a go. I haven't done it yet, but I think I want a Kameo that can really benefit the axe stance of General Shao. I don't think he needs a Kameo for his unarmed stance when you're punching people, because it's just a really good moveset when you don't have the axe, but I feel like his axe stance is a bit lacking. No plus frames, well, 1 plus frame move, the back 2. Unsafe mix-ups, reactable mix-ups, limited combo extensions without meter. You know, it's not bad, but it feels more like neutral focused, you know, like you have to whiff punish a lot to make the axe stance useful. This is interesting, right? You'll see a little bit later on in the set that he'll do that again, but my button will lose. I hit him out of the fatal blow there, but later on, his fatal blow has armor and it beats my normal. So I presume it doesn't have armor early on, like the first few frames you can hit him out of it, but if it gets far enough into the animation, it then gets armor, I think. I'm not sure. I've been getting cheesed a lot lately with fatal blows and not knowing how they work. I got cheesed by a Raiden who has a multi-hitting fatal blow, and I didn't know about it. I got cheesed by a Johnny Cage because his fatal blow's a parry, and I didn't know about it. And he has something else he can do with it, doesn't he? He can, like, cancel the fatal blow into a dash or something. I really don't know. I've been getting cheesed by Johnny Cage a lot lately with the parry stuff. Yeah. He's a bit of a problem character for me right now. Also Reptile. I don't know why, but I feel like the Reptile players I've been fighting actually are pretty damn good and know what they're doing. I'm not that good at this game, honestly, so it's not that difficult to beat me. It's very easy to cheese me right now because I don't really know any of the matchups, but yeah, the Johnny Cage one feels like I'm really getting gimmicks right now with the dodgy stuff he can do. Oh, that teleport. That's the one I'm having difficulties blocking, that overhead one. I know he has one teleport where he goes low, the sliding one. He chucks the bomb across the floor. He has the one where he chucks the bomb really high into the air, and that's the overhead. He has one that's an overhead into a low, I think, and then he has another one where he rises from the ground. I don't know what that one is. So I'm gonna have to figure out what the teleports are, because it's very easy for Smoke to cheese you out with teleports. But this Smoke was actually playing quite honest. He was using his teleports on reaction to my ground pound, you know, the axe slam projectile thing General Shao has. He'd jump in the air and then do the teleport and whiff punish, which was very good on him. I also need to check something, because he tried to punish it. I don't know if I've seen it yet or not, but he did try to punish the axe pound projectile when I was in unarmed stance, and I think it has better recovery in the unarmed stance, because when he tried to do it, it failed. And yeah, it was interesting. I think the frame data is different there. Completely mucked up the punish on that teleport. That teleport is really slow, yeah. See, he beat me there, and I don't know why. I think it must have armor after a couple frames. But yeah, one of the teleports puts him airborne, and he lingers in the air for ages, so I really think that I'm using the wrong punish. I could probably get like a massive punish, maybe even like a back 2. It looks really, really, really minus. Yeah, see? He tried to punish it there. That's how he's been punishing my axe ground pound thing, but it didn't work that time. So I presume the ground pound when you don't have the axe is better. Oh, look at that. A rare back 1-2 for me. Don't use that string very often. I really should use it more though. I use such a limited amount of General Shao's moves, it kind of limits my gameplay. I love doing that though. The back walk into the back 2 to try and whiff punish something. Very fun. Especially when it hits. Again, I'm not doing the optimal combo format, because every time I was doing the jump 1-2, the day of recording this, it just wasn't working. I don't know why. My execution was just really sloppy on that day, but normally you do the back 2 launch into forward jump 1-2 and then land and then do 2-2 knee. Enhance it if you want the you know, the combo extension, but because it wasn't working, I was just skipping the forward jump and just doing the 2-2. Hey! You can hit him out of it. That's nice to know. I'm not reacting too well to a lot of stuff in this game right now. Like projectile stuff, I can react to them very easily with Mataro. It's not that big of a deal, but the teleport stuff, I'm finding super difficult to react to. Smoke's teleport stuff, I'm not reacting to. Raiden's teleport, I'm not reacting to. Scorpion's teleport, oh god, I fought Scorpion earlier today. That match was a nightmare. He just kept walking away from me and throwing spear, and because I had Mataro, I couldn't whiff punish him. So, yeah, it wasn't very fun. And then he'd just keep walking away, and then when he got near the corner, he would do like enhanced teleport, which I presume must have faster recovery because that thing looked blisteringly fast. And then he'd just go into a combo and get all the screen again, and then start back walking, and it was it was very annoying. I did eventually switch to Serena, but it didn't help very much, honestly. I need a better Kameo for that matchup. Once again, I think I'd probably want to use a Frost in that matchup because I think I'll be able to punish the spear with Frost a lot better. Donk. But yeah, I am liking General Shao. My goal right now is to hopefully get the General Shao skin from the, what's it called? You know, the Combat League, it's like the, what rank do you have to be? Rank 6, I think. I'm currently rank 4, I think. I think that's where I'm at right now. So that's my goal, is to get that skin if I can get it, and then after that I'll probably switch characters and try somebody else. Might even give Smoke a go. I did lab some of Smoke's combos, and he seems quite fun, but the teleport cancel combos he has seem like really difficult. I was having a lot of difficulty doing them. I haven't seen a Smoke player online do them yet, honestly. They all do the same combos and none of them do the teleport cancel stuff. I love that. I love that General Shao can convert off his down 2 if he's close enough to them. I don't see a lot of characters being able to do that, so that seems to be a nice little thing that General Shao has that not many characters do. Why am I blocking? Duck it. Doo-doo brain. I do think General Shao's pretty good though. I've seen some people saying that this character's like straight up garbage, you know, on like tier list videos on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't think he's like terrible, right? I definitely think he has redeeming qualities. He does some good stuff. He can definitely snowball when he gets into unarmed stance, what I'm in right now. Yeah, you can definitely just like snowball people to death in that stance. You'll see in a gameplay a little bit later in the video against a Sub-Zero, I just snowball the hell out of him. But yeah, I think he definitely has some really good strengths. His unarmed stance is probably just flat out the best way to play him, just getting into that as quick as possible and then staying there and killing them. Most of his flaws I think come from the axe stance. He seems to be like very whiff punish orientated, and you know, he doesn't really get too much without meter, right? And you need like specific types of assists to make some of his stuff work, like his overhead and his lows. So his strengths are really good, but his downs are also you know, his lows are lows and his highs are decently high, but they're not like super busted high like some of the other characters. So I definitely think he's like mid for me, you know. Maybe I'm upplaying the character because I really like General Shao and I like the aesthetics of the character. I just like General Shao, period, you know. I liked him when he was Shao Kahn in previous games, but yeah, maybe I'm upplaying him a little bit, but I don't think he's super terrible like some people are saying. Donk. I need to learn what my fatal blow, not fatal blows, my brutalities are. I haven't learned them. Nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. See, if I learn to wave, I can wave dash, but I'm not very good at it yet, so that's a situation where if I could wave dash properly, I could get a full punish there. Oh, I remember this dude. Yeah, this is the Sub-Zero who likes the overheads. Yeah, he loves his overhead. I noticed he was doing one thing that I was able to really capitalize on. Oh, that sucks so bad. That's one weakness General Shao definitely has, is that his reversal move is kind of garbage. If you do like a low attack button, it doesn't matter what it is, just like a low attack in general, you can low profile his armored reversal and wake up. It's really annoying. Especially when you're fighting somebody like, you know, like Raiden, who has a multi-hitting low that he uses as a meaty sometimes. Like Raiden in particular, I feel like you can never use your armored reversal on wake up, it just loses almost all the time. Bit inconsistent. Well, it's not inconsistent, it's just, you know, if the opponent knows to do like a crouching attack against it, you can basically never use it, which is unfortunate. It would be nice if they could like change that so it hits crouching opponents, because that's a big downside I think General Shao has. But one thing this, as you probably noticed, I can snowball with this character very hard. That's like the strength of the character, I feel. But this Sub-Zero, he kept doing like a low attack string into a slide. Not the slide special, just like a, you know, the string. And he would block after, block my down one, and then punish my down one with his down one and go into his pressure. I recognized he was doing that, so instead of doing down one, I would just throw him, and he never changed. He never changed his strategy, so that right there. I did that literally once I figured out that he was just blocking after that, I just threw him every single time and he never adapted, so that was like a big misplay on his part. that overhead. Oh, I'm 99.9% certain that you can react to that overhead. In fact, I take that back. I'm 100% certain you can react to that overhead because I do start reacting to it. I'm just not doing it right now. And it's completely punishable on block, so it seems risky. It's like, you know, General Shao's overhead. It's reactable, but it's not the easiest thing to react to, and if you block it, you get whatever punish you want, basically. And Sub-Zero's combo doesn't seem to be all that big from it. Maybe he can get bigger with, you know, like certain combo extensions, you know, with like cameos and stuff like that. I don't know if this combo that this Sub-Zero's using is optimal or not. It's probably not, but he doesn't seem to get much damage from it. But as you just saw there, it is definitely reactable. You can react to it. It's just not the easiest thing. My hit confirm's terrible. Did the low and didn't hit confirm it. That's punishable, yes. Sub-Zero seems to have a lot of stuff that's punishable. I didn't want to do the teleport there. I wanted to do the fatal blow, but because I've changed my button layout, I hit the wrong button again. Whoopsie. I think this is another one of those matchups where the Motaro Reflect isn't very good. See? That's what I mean, like... certain projectiles you can reflect, but the projectile isn't fast enough to punish, so they can just block it, or maybe even duck it. And, yeah, I think that's like one big weakness of the projectile reflect, is that it doesn't really have much reward if the opponent can block or duck their own projectile. I noticed this with Rico as well, and some other characters. Scorpion, you can't reflect any of his projectiles at all. It just doesn't happen. So it's kind of like the matchups it works in, it's very effective, but there's quite a few matchups where it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, that's the strength of the character right there. You just get into unarmed stance, do a little overhead mix, and then if they guess wrong over and over and over again, you win. Of course, they only have to guess right once because the overhead and the low are both minus on block, so they can take their turn back after. But yeah, if they don't guess right, you just get like 4 combos in a row within the span of like 15 seconds and take like 70% of their health. One thing I've kind of realized watching this video and you know, like assessing my own gameplay, there's a technique I can do that I wasn't really thinking about, and that's use the projectile reflect shield to reflect a projectile, and while the projectile shield is up, I do my ground pound. Because if you hold the Kameo button when you do the projectile reflect shield, it will stay up. So I can hold it to keep the projectile shield up and then do my ground pound, and they can't counter my ground pound with their own projectile. Right? And if their projectile hits them, or my ground pound hits them, their projectile will hit them too, so I might be able to get a bit extra damage there. Again, I don't think it's going to be like super useful, but it might be a little bit of a way to try and optimize my damage output and just make their own projectiles a bit more punishing. You know, to try and get a bit more utility out of the projectile reflect. Because I'm really trying to make Motaro as useful as possible because I like him so much. I'm trying not to switch from Motaro to Kung Lao. I don't want to use Kung Lao. I know Kung Lao is very good, I just I like the aesthetic of using General Shao with Motaro, or, you know, General Shao with Goro. It just looks cool. Let me guess. Slide? Yeah. He was doing the slide a little bit too freely and neutral, and it's mega punishable when you don't, you know, muck up combos. Hey! Didn't get cheesed by a fatal blow for once, but his fatal blow isn't too cheesy, it's just a single hit. Not like goddamn Johnny Cage's, ugh, and Raiden's, ugh. They're not gimmicky, so to speak. Well, they are when you don't know about them and then you get hit by them. But yeah, it's just like a knowledge check on my part. I'm just mucking up. Yeah, he blocked it again. I don't know how I feel about the projectile reflect. I really like it. It just feels like super situational against certain characters. Not against certain characters, you know, it's like situationally useful in the matchup regard. Hey, I blocked the overhead. Nice. Yeah, I think it's like 20-ish frames. I think it's fairly similar to General Shao's, where it's barely reactable, but you can do it if you're looking for it. And look at that, man. He just lost like 70% of his health from that sequence. That is, for me, that is where the strength of General Shao is. Just get unarmed stance, or, you know, fist stance, and then just pummel them to death with mix-up after mix-up after mix-up. But I think this Sub-Zero's been a bit too... I was going to say greedy, but I think greedy is the wrong word. I think he's been a bit too risky with his options. He's using the overhead a lot, which is very punishable. He's using the slide a lot, which is very punishable. he's using the double low, and then he's not adapting to my my counterplay to it, which is basically costing him the matches for the most part. It's just I'm punishing the overhead when I block it, I'm punishing the slide when I block it, I'm getting a 3 throw whenever he does the low kick thing, yeah. But from what I've heard, Sub-Zero is not very good right now. He's a very risky character. I think he got a lot of nerfs from the beta. In the beta, he was supposed to be pretty damn good, but yeah, I'm hearing that he's quite risky as a character in this game. Don't know though. He's one of the few characters I haven't actually tried yet, because I played the campaign first, and if you haven't played the campaign, Sub-Zero in the campaign is a mega scumbag. He's not a nice character, and yeah, I just didn't want to play him for that. Which is unusual, because I actually normally like Sub-Zero. I generally like Sub-Zero more than I do Scorpion. Oh wait, I did his combo trials. I remember I think I got to the last combo trial, where you've got to do this really weird juggle combo with Scorpion assist, and I couldn't do it, and it frustrated us, so I just left it. and never touched him again. Yeah, but Snowball. You might have Ice Sub-Zero, but I have Snowballs. Oh, a General Shao mirror match. Normally, I lose mirror matchups, funny enough. General Shao's the one character that I actually know what he does and what his buttons are and frame data and stuff like that, and I normally lose this. Hey, he's even named Shao Kahn. Character loyalist right there. Oh yes, a whiff punish. One thing I keep forgetting about this game that's really annoying is that in this game you can do attack strings on whiff, which is really unusual for me. For the most part, I play Guilty Gear Strive, and in Strive, if you whiff a button, you can't cancel it into another button or a special move unless you're a Happy Chaos or Zato. But you know, 90% of the roster can't do that. It's not a thing. So I keep seeing characters in this game whiff their first normal, and then my brain, just through sheer instinct, you know, 3 years of playing Guilty Gear Strive, thinks, oh, whiff normal, punish time. So I hit a button, and then they follow up with another one, and then punish my attempt to punish them, and it's funny watching it, but it really frustrates us when I play the game, because I keep forgetting. It's like instinct, you know, it's, I don't think about it, it just happens, and it gets me killed a lot. Nice. I don't use that string very much with General Shao. Except for, like, certain cameos. I have labbed cameos like, who's I've labbed? Like Frost and that, where you can get axe buff combos and stuff, but yeah, I need to use that string more. It's a pretty good string. Maybe useful for optimal punishes. But I think this General Shao quit. He did not want any of my... yeah, he did not want to deal with my General Shao at all, but good games, man. Well played. It was a fun set regardless. But with that being said, I'll bring this video to an end. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.